Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away.
Hello, hello. I hope that everyone is doing well and you guys are excited about today's episode. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. I am so grateful that you are here, and however it is that you found me, I am so thankful, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this content. If you want to get to know me just a little bit better, I would say two things. One, just continue watching my videos. But two, watch the very first video that I put out because it really gives a description in great detail about who I am and what my why is, and overall just why I started this channel. So if you are into food, into travel, cool experiences, and home interiors, then you found yourself in the right place, and I say let's jump into today's episode. I am so excited about today's video and this upcoming series because we are finally starting the makeover of our downstairs area. Over the last couple of years, we have tackled many different projects within our home, but we kept putting off one of the biggest areas that we spend most of our time in, and I think it's probably just because it was just so big, we didn't know what to do with it. But over the summer, we said that once our travel started to, kind of decrease a little bit in the fall, we would go ahead and get started on a really massive project, which is to make over our foyer, our living room, and our dining room spaces. So today I am going to walk you through what the house looked like when I moved in and kind of how it's looked ever since. And then we'll give you just a little bit of a detail of what I would like to do with the space. And then we are going to jump right into our first project, which is painting. As you can tell, this space has been put on hold as trying to figure out what we wanted to do with these specific areas really just felt overwhelming. So about 90% of everything that you see will be replaced, with an exception of a few key furniture pieces that we would like to hang on to. Next week, I plan to go into a much greater detail of what we plan to do with each space. I have a mood board and I will be going through lots of different ideas with you just to kind of give you the overall vibe. I told Mark a couple of days ago that I really wanted this space to feel like a hug when both he and I walked in, as well as our guest. So as of right now, the vibe that I'm kind of going for is a neutral, moody vibe. And this is what the kind of mood board looks like right now. I know that there's going to probably be different changes and iterations of this space, but as of right now, if my space can end up looking like this mood board, then it's going to be a huge success. So I definitely want to figure out a way that I can brighten the space, but then still get some moodiness in there and some darkness in there without having dark walls. And that's all going to come with picking out the right paints. I do want to mention before we get started that this project is not going to happen overnight. In 3 weeks, I will not be showing you a complete reveal of this space. This is not HGTV. As of right now, not one single piece of furniture, paint, paintbrush, caulk, nothing is being sponsored. So it is going to take some time for us to be able to really put this room together how we want to. My goal is with each week, show you a different project. There's many different projects that we want to do. So we want to build our own dining room table. And again, I'll talk about this more next week. We want to change up some tile. We want to remove the carpet from our stairs. We want to refurbish our fireplace. There's so many different projects, and I hope that each week that I'll be able to complete one specific project and then sometime next year, I will do a full out reveal for you guys. And at that time, I probably will do like a condensed video where it'll show you some before pictures, a little bit of the process, and then at the end, it will be the big reveal. But if you guys are in for all of the details, which you've proven time and time again that you are, then over the next many weeks, I really think that you guys are going to enjoy just the slow burn of watching us transform this space into something really special. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I like to DIY just about everything. We have painted, we have removed popcorn from the ceiling, we have laid tile, we have replaced toilets, built cabinets, shelving. I mean, we've really done it all. But when we were thinking about this project, knowing the amount of projects that we were going to have, that we were going to plan to tackle ourselves, painting and removing the popcorn from this very large area just was not going to be one of those things we were going to tackle ourselves. So what we did is we hired painters, professional painters, to come over to help us. And honestly, it was the best decision ever. So what I want to do now is rewind it back to when they arrived. Basically, our house currently looks like an episode of the show Dexter. Every single thing is covered in plastic, which I'm very appreciative of because they are currently taking down all of the popcorn in the living room, in the foyer area, the dining room, as well as the kitchen. It's crazy. I mean, they have been here maybe 3 hours, and already all of the popcorn from the kitchen is done. It's insane. They are so quick. If Mark and I would have done this ourselves, there's no way we would be this far by now. But yeah, it's looking really good. And so next they will come back and then they will put over just a thin layer coating on top of this just to smooth everything out and get all these kind of like nicks and divots that you see here in the ceiling. And then once that dries, I think they call it a skim coat. And then once that dries, they will sand it and then paint it. But yeah, we're getting all of the popcorn from the whole first floor completely taken down, and I am so excited about it. right, so that seems pretty easy. I mean, I'm going with white, and the Alabaster actually is a interior design favorite, and so I'm gonna try that out. But I love that they have like these really big stickers, much better than these little guys. So you can stick them on the wall and you can really see the color from a distance versus these little guys just like being taped on the wall. So I'm gonna get like 4 or 5 of these and we'll see. I don't know, hopefully one of these will work. I'm running out of time, so I don't really have time to keep looking. So hopefully one of these are gonna be a winner. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna go check out and then I'll see you guys back at the house. Bye. So I was talking to the sales associate while I was in there, and he said that he thought that in addition to those stickers that I purchased, that I should also get a couple of samples of paint just so that I can paint different walls in each space, because of course the sun and the placement of the windows is going to hit those colors a little differently. And so if I have the paint versus just the stickers, I can see how each of those colors will look on each separate wall. So I went ahead and picked up a couple of these quarts. They were only like, I think they were like $8 a piece, so definitely a good price on that, just to go ahead and paint some of that sample on the walls to see what they look like. I don't know. I got the extra white and I got the Alabaster because I do think those are probably going to be the 2 front runners. But if they don't work, for $8 more, I can come back and get some more. But I thought I would go ahead and give these 2 a try first. So again, I will see you guys at home and we'll see what sticks. All right, so I'm back home and I'm about to hang these stickers on this back wall here, just because it's the darkest color that we have painted right now. I actually really like the color, and like I said, the only reason that we are really painting it is just because it makes the space feel really dark, because we don't have a lot of light that comes in here. Even though there are several windows all around this space, it just doesn't get the light. All of the light is on that side, the other side of the house. So we gotta paint it, we gotta go lighter, we gotta go brighter to really make this area pop. So gonna go ahead, put these on the wall. We'll see what we think. I'm gonna look at it tonight. I'm gonna look at it in the morning, again tomorrow evening as the sun starts to go down, and hopefully by Sunday I can make a final decision. So we'll see. Let's put them up. So this is the extra white, and then Alabaster, pure white, Greek Villa, and then Snowbound. Yeah, I guess I am seeing some difference. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm kind of thinking this one. This is the Alabaster, because this one feels really white. I mean, it is. It says it's extra white, and it might be too white. This one gives the white, but it gives just a little bit of color to it. So we're just gonna see. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of look at it tonight, look at it in the morning as the day kind of goes on and how the sun sets, and see how these are different. But I'm kind of going with this one here. You really can't see a big difference right now on screen, but I think right before you were able to see how this one has just a hint of color. This one might be a little too white. But I am gonna go ahead and open up those 2 little samples that I got, and I'm going to paint those on a couple of other walls, just so that we can be sure, 100% sure, that the color that I am picking is going to be the right one. We are painting a very large space, and I would hate it, and Mark would kill me if I have them paint a color and then once they're done, I end up hating it. So I really want to make sure that the color is right now, and I think really the only way to do that is to go ahead and paint some other walls with both that extra white and the Alabaster to see which one is the winner. So, decisions. I'm a Libra. I'm not really good at making quick decisions like this. But gotta do what we gotta do. The painters come on Monday, so I have to make a quick decision. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Oh my God, how am I gonna make this decision? I think I need to let these dry and then paint another coat, because right now they look identical to each other. White and white. Oh my God. Good morning. So we have allowed some time to pass, like a day or so, and just allowed ourselves to live with the two paint colors that I chose, which is the extra white and the alabaster. And we have finally made a decision, and we're going to go with the alabaster. Now, I know that you can't really see a difference here, but maybe if I get a little bit closer, you will see that this is the extra white here, and we just felt that it was just a little too bright for the space. It was just too bright of a white for us. And so the alabaster, I think, is just going to give the brightness that we're looking for, but also just kind of warm it up a little bit. So again, I know that you can't really see here in this space, but here maybe you can see it a little bit. This is the alabaster, this is the extra white. And then over here, this is the alabaster and then the extra white. So yeah, I think we're definitely gonna go with the alabaster, and we're gonna just go ahead and tell our project manager that that's the color that we selected. And then tomorrow, the painters come back to finish the ceiling. So you can see here that they have taken down all of the popcorn off the ceiling, and then tomorrow they will need to skim coat it, allow that to dry, and then they will sand it, get that all nice and smooth, paint it, and then get started on painting the walls. And I'm very, very excited. I think it's just gonna really brighten this space up, and it's gonna look amazing. Yay! Finally, this living space is like the space that we live in the most. These two spaces are kind of where we're always at. And so why we've waited this long to start this project, I don't know, but I'm really excited that we are finally starting and getting this makeover underway. So one other thing that we are going to be doing today before the painters arrive, we are going to be replacing this tile here. It's just not pretty. It's not the vibe that I'm going for. So we're gonna remove this, not today, but what we are going to do is remove the baseboards here, 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 and here. Just so they can go ahead and paint all the way down, because we know that we're going to be removing this tile and we don't want to mess up the walls. So we're going to go ahead and do that, remove all of the baseboards today, so that when they do finally decide to paint, then they can just go ahead, paint all the way down to the tile, leave the border off, and then once we replace this tile, then we'll put the moldings back on. And then also today we are going to be removing this fireplace. So if you've seen my Brimfield flea market video, you know that I purchased a new fireplace mantle that we are going to be putting here. This one is just a very generic, builder's grade fireplace that I just didn't love, and I definitely wanted to add some really beautiful character. So what I plan to do is to strip all of the paint from the mantle that I found, stain it. I really do not want to paint it. I think staining it is really going to be beautiful and just again add another warm texture to this space. And so again, before the painters come tomorrow, I really want to get that down just so again we don't mess up the paint job that they do when we're ready to finally install the new mantle. So that's what we're going to be tackling today. The molding over by the foyer, where we're going to be replacing the tile and then removing this fireplace mantle and surround. And then tomorrow we'll just wait for the painters to get here, and of course I will be filming all of it so that you can see every single step of this process. So I'm gonna get some coffee, a bite to eat, and then we're gonna get started on the removal of these pieces. All right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, it's time to get this molding off of the floor, and I have my crowbar. Mark is getting a hammer, and hopefully this is all gonna come off easily without doing too much damage to the walls. Fingers crossed. Right, so I think that I made a little bit of a mistake when I told you guys that we were going to be removing all of this molding at the bottom. The only piece that we need to remove is actually the shoe molding, which is this bottom piece down here. And so by removing that, it will allow us access to the tile and we can easily get that up. So we don't have to remove this bigger piece against the wall, which is good because I think that would have done more damage to the wall than we think that it might have. So I think that's a good thing that we only have to remove the shoe molding. So hopefully this is gonna go much quicker than I thought it was.
Old paint.
Well, that was easy. That took like 3 minutes. So as you can imagine, because we had to rip it off like we did, we're gonna have to replace that shoe molding all around this area, but that's okay because that molding is super cheap. I think maybe just a couple dollars for a really long piece, which we'll probably need maybe 2 pieces. So that's definitely worth it. But now, as you can see, we can have really good access to the tile when it's time. Oops, here we go. Really good access to the tile here once it's time to remove all of this, which will happen, oh, I don't know, in a couple of weeks or so. Gotta find the tile first. I really don't know what I want to do in terms of tile here. I just know that it's going to be replaced, and so probably over the next week or so I'm gonna start doing like a Pinterest search and just kind of getting a feel for what I want here. I want something that I would love to find like homemade, maybe terracotta tile. I did see some black and cream tile that I thought was beautiful, but now that we're kind of maybe going in a different direction with the furniture, I'm not sure if that tile would work as well, but don't fear. I will be bringing you guys along for that whole tile experience. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that like at Lowe's or Home Depot or a local tile shop. I might have to order it, especially if I want to get like handmade beautiful ones. So we'll see. But anyway, this process was very easy. And now we're going to move on to the fireplace.
That's what I'm wondering. Is there anything else? Apparently not.
Look at that.
Okay.
So what happens if we just...
Yeah, all in one. Do you want to cut it more, or you want to just go for it? Yeah.
So do you guys see this? It's like literally just kind of... I think it's going to come off on one piece. Let's try.
Wait.
Ooh. Cut it.
Yeah.
No. Don't cut the video. Cut this. There's a little bit of the wall that's coming off over here, so we're trying to remedy not making a complete mess of the wall. All right. And we're off. Wow. Can you believe how easy that was? I mean, it literally like popped off in 3 different sections, just in whole pieces. I don't know how that happened, but we are super lucky that this process took probably less than 10-15 minutes for both the molding over by the tile area and this fireplace. I mean, wow. So anyway, tomorrow the painters will be coming over and they'll be patching up some of the stuff here that you see like on the walls. We do have this spot over here where the paint kind of came off, so we'll cut that off and hopefully they can easily repair that. But other than that, this thing is going to get painted this week, and then I'm going to be starting on getting that mantle all beautiful and get all of the paint off of it, sand it down, stain it. I can just, oh, please, Lord, let it just turn out how I have it in my head. I think it's really going to add something special to this space. So until then, we will wait for the painters to get here this week. I will be, of course, recording all of that so that you guys can see the before and after of how we have like this kind of dark and moody, which I typically like, but just not in this space, color, and then brighten it up, and then I get to decorate, my favorite part. So I will see you guys in the morning once the painters get here. But yay, us! We got it done. Bye! Good morning. We're just ready for the painters to get here. We've basically cleared out everything, taken most everything off the walls. It's gonna look much different in a few days. And I can't wait. See you guys later. they are, I think, finished with the ceiling, and I'm telling you, it looks amazing. Just getting that popcorn off, and I believe that they're done with all of the coats. I mean, it looks phenomenal right now, so I don't know if they need to come in and do yet another coat this morning, but if not, I'm happy with the way that it looks. And so I believe today they will be focusing on getting up a first coat of the wall color, which is going to be exciting. I think they are going to be here today, which is Wednesday, tomorrow, and hopefully finish up on Friday, but there's a chance that they may have to finish up over the weekend. But I'm hoping that this time next week, this space is going to look completely different. I'll even show you the kitchen. Can't really see it up here, but it was just nice that since we were taking down all of the popcorn from the living room and dining room, that we would just bring that all the way into the kitchen. And as you can see, it just looks really, really, really awesome. Very exciting. Stay tuned for more. Good morning. Let's take a look. I just love already how bright it feels in here. It was never like this before at this hour, but yesterday they put primer on all of the walls. Man, is it looking good. And this is just the primer. And it already just looks so much brighter. So today they will be coming in and painting the first coat, and I don't know if they're actually going to do both coats today. I'm assuming that they're just going to do one coat and then let it dry and then come back tomorrow, but who knows? These guys are so fast, they might be able to get both coats done today. But yeah, all of this just looks so much brighter, cleaner, fresher. I'm loving it.
Carry the winds, drown out the rain, but will it make sense without the pain? Won't color me blue, then tickle me pink. Who knew that at the brink of the
So the painters just left and they did 2 coats of paint today, and it really, really looks phenomenal. I just love how amazing and bright and fresh that it looks. It's everything. So tomorrow they will be back and they will do some touch-ups around the walls, and they will do all of the trim, and then they're done. And then it's time for me to come in and decorate. But I thought that I would just kind of show you guys what it looks like in this stage. As you can see, they did a really nice job with fixing all of the wall around the fireplace. And then, yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. Mark and I were just kind of talking about what we want to do around the windows. I kind of want to do like a black detail, but I'm not sure yet. I really need to have the couch and all of the furniture in before we decide that. But there'll be curtains that go on every single window. Of course, we'll have the brand new mantle. This railing there, that will definitely change. I don't know if I want it to be black or if I want it to be brass or if I want it to just be another color wood, but that maple color isn't doing it for me and not doing it for this space. And of course, we're gonna do the tiling. I mean, like the whole room, it is just gonna be so beautiful. I see it in my head, and I know it's not gonna be done overnight because Hashtag everything costs a lot. So we're gonna have to, you know, buy things in slow increments to finally get this room finished. But I can already see what it's potentially going to look like, and I cannot wait to get started and just to show you guys. And look at this. Just look how clean and fresh that looks up there. And we will be getting a new light that goes up there. I definitely want to get something bigger. I want a statement piece. I want it to hang a little bit lower. And so, yeah, it's looking really great. I know that you're seeing a lot of shadows right now, and it's just because it's the end of the day, but I'm telling you, it looks just leaps and bounds better than what it did even yesterday. But I just love how bright and airy it looks. It really is gorgeous. So that is today's update, and like I said, they'll be back tomorrow to kind of finish up everything, and I'll show you what it looks like once they're finished and once they're finally gone. But this is exciting. It's almost time for decorating. So everything is done, the painters have left, and I cannot be more thrilled with how it turned out. If you guys are local to the Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill area here in North Carolina, I highly suggest you consider hiring Gonzalez for your painting and home improvement needs. They were fast, they were professional, their prices were competitive, and we will absolutely be using them again. Mark and I have done a lot of painting and removing of popcorn in our house, but you can absolutely tell our work versus the professionals' work. I can't find one mistake, and that says a lot. So with that, next week I am going to be showing you guys the space. I'm going to walk you through each of the different areas and show you my mood board, my vision, the projects that we have planned for it, and I think that it's really going to be a fun time. If you really want to get a bird's eye view of what we plan for these 3 spaces, then you're definitely not going to want to miss next week's episode. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that button and subscribe to this channel, and feel free to share this with your friends, your family, your followers, everyone that you know. It would just make me so happy to know that you guys enjoyed this content enough to not only like it, but to share it with your following. And I just thank you in advance. So I will see you guys next week. Enjoy your week, and until Sunday, bye.